Mrs. Hood, please, take a seat. How are you? How's the family?
Senior Sergeant Croydon. You know I'm here.
Anthony, we heard he was coming home, yes?
Everybody's heard.
Has somebody been giving you problems about Anthony?
No, not yet.
Well, if they do, you come and talk to us. I don't want Anthony getting involved in any trouble at all.
What the hell is Hood coming back to Mount Thomas for? I mean, you have to be crazy to show his face around here.
Well, you can take the boy out of the country, but you can't take the country out of the... Look out! Aha, Darren Dawson.
We'll have him.
He did commit an armed robbery in his own backyard. Now he's back here. Some people aren't going to just forget about it.
He did 2 years. He's earned the right.
Come on, fellas. Thought a couple of hoons up me arse. I'm out of here, that's all.
All right, Mr. Dawson, you want to come over here and show me your licence, please?
You're a mate of Anthony Hood's, aren't you, Darren?
He won't do anything if he isn't provoked.
I'm not saying he will, but I do hope he's learned to curb that temper of his. People aren't going to let his early release pass without comment.
You like the pitch, Mr. Hashem?
Excuse me?
The car. You right? You can't do that.
Bored with watching telly, are you, Darren?
Well, they got to do a biopsy and then they carry out tests.
Yeah, but I mean, they already know it's cancer,
Yes,
so...
mate, they already know that. They've got to find out how advanced it is.
Yeah, but why did you submit these and haven't even signed them?
I'm sorry, didn't I?
Cooper here thinks it'd be a good idea if we took McKinley out for a drink tonight. What do you think?
What, tonight? Before she goes to the hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, might cheer her up.
Well, why don't you give her a ring and find out? Listen, I've got to go out for a while.
Cheers.
I said I bought it from a guy at the commercial.
Okay. Does this guy have a name?
I guess so. But I don't know it.
All right, give us a description then.
Tall dude with long hair. Real long.
Well, so how old?
Oh, as old as you, Mr. Hashem. Young guy, real well built, eh?
How much you pay for it?
$300.
And you just happen to have $300 on you, did you?
What are you saying? I'm a bum.
You said it.
Yeah, you're a mate of Anthony Hood's, aren't you, Darren?
I wouldn't say that. He hasn't been around lately, eh?
Mr. Dawson, what would you want with a handgun?
Shoot rats with it. What else?
Will you, please? Look, I've checked the serial number and it's Los Perdidos. No, kidding me. No. Thanks.
Well, Darren, you're in a mess of trouble.
What?
You see, 2 years ago, 3 revolvers went missing from a police station, and, mate, yours is one of them.
Black, no sugar. No milk or sugar these days. So, you're all right about this?
Oh, yeah, mate. Why, you worried I'll try and do something silly?
Oh, no. No, but I can understand how you must feel about him getting early release.
Tom. Nothing I can do will bring Sharon back.
Now, there's a young gun from organised crime on his way up here too, boss.
Can we hold Darren Dawson till he arrives?
Well, he's waiting in the cells at the moment. Max, can you check out Darren's story at the commercial?
Yeah, sure.
So this guy's a bit of a gangbuster, is he?
Hey, mate, he's just another copper, that's all he is.
So what's the story, PJ?
Well, it seems this Detective Acting Sergeant Bill...
Ben, his name is
all right,
Ben.
Ben Stewart has been trying to track down 3 missing police weapons the last 2 years.
Stolen from Yarra Glen in 1996.
2 years? That's devotion.
Yeah, he's even given it a code name, Operation Los Perdidos.
So what's a known mate of Anthony Hood's doing with a stolen police weapon on the very day that Hood gets back here?
Darren was the #1 suspect when we were looking for the getaway driver. Maybe they've decided to team up again and try another job.
Well, Darren bought the gun for Hood so he can protect himself.
Protect himself? Who from?
Well, from Goddard. Well, his wife went crazy because of the hold-up.
Well, what do you reckon? You spoke to him?
He seems to be coping.
Boss, do you mind if I drop in on Dash on the way out?
No, of course not. It's fine. What time does she go in tomorrow?
About 8.
Hey, let us know if she wants any visitors or anything like that.
Yeah, I will, but she may not want to see anyone.
Right.
See ya. Hi. Hi. You're not going to get that?
Hi, Maggie.
Hello, hold on.
Call right now.
Hello. Oh, hi, Charlie. No, she's gone for a walk. Yeah, she is, yeah. No, I know. All right, well, I will tell her that you called. Okay, Charlie, see you soon. Bye. They've been calling all day.
Well, have you spoken to any of them?
Oh, yeah, I spoke to Mum and Evie and Jude and Alec, and then I couldn't handle it anymore.
Well, Charlie would like you to give him a call.
No, it's just... they keep calling to make me feel better, and I don't have the energy for it.
Have you eaten anything today?
Oh, yeah, like a pig at lunchtime. Now I can't have anything till after the biopsy, but,
The guys would like to know if you would like some company tonight.
Oh, they want to say goodbye, do they? Just in case?
No, but if you would like to stay here...
No, company would be good. Just as long as it's not my mum, it's not my brothers, and it's not my sisters.
No, we get Chris to organise something special for her tonight.
Well, yeah, we could, but she probably won't be able to eat anything.
No, we shouldn't do that. We shouldn't get her to get something special, because if we get her something special, then Dash will think we think she's not going to be all right.
a problem. Exactly.
So you...
Yes. Detective Acting Sergeant Ben Stewart, Organised Crime Squad. Ah, how are you? Been expecting you, Ben. I'm Patrick Hashem.
Hiya, Ben. Nick Schultz.
Sergeant, how are you?
Adam Cooper.
Constable Cooper, good to see you. Must have broken the land speed records getting up here, mate.
Well, I left St Kilda Road at 2.
Are you kidding? Yep, I'm kidding. I heard some roughhead was trying to flog off one of my guns here.
One of your guns?
Well, this has got sort of personal, Senior Sergeant Croydon, after 2 years.
I don't know anything.
Do you know what that is? That's where I keep my .38 police revolver. Now, I've been looking for a number of them that were stolen, and today I found one in your possession. Darren, some coppers lose interest. They don't care that much, you know, but I'm not just here to feed my kids. I'm here to give good advice to blokes like you who just don't know what they've got themselves into.
Senior Constable Doyle has entered the room at 3:09 p.m. Now, Darren, you're a mate of Tony Hood's, aren't you?
How to get out of Mount Thomas? Simple. Pull a stick up with a mate and go chase the bright lights. Now, what sort of gun was he armed with back then?
How would I know?
Was it the police revolver,
Hey,
Darren?
you're wasting your breath. I don't know about any hold-up. I bought the gun from a guy at the pub.
Yeah, well, Darren, according to this, no one saw any guy at the pub, right? And no one saw you buying anything. So what am I supposed to do?
Well,
with
he's
it?
just going to hand it over to me at the bar, is he? Oh, I'm not stupid.
Right, so where exactly did he hand it over then, Darren?
In the dunny.
In the day. Listen, Bo, you I'd leave before I think of more questions to ask.
Darren's way.
I'm sorry. Maggie Doyle.
Ben Stewart.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Ben who? Ben Stewart. Is he the one that's booked in here? Yep. Is it permanent? No.
There you go, Dash. It's not vodka, it's water.
Actually, I'm not supposed to have anything. Sorry. I'll have a little sip. One little sip.
Not if I'm supposed to.
That's yours, Ben. Good on you, mate. Yeah, PJ.
Good on you, Nicholas.
Yeah, hurry up. Quick.
Thank you very much.
There you go. Beverage for you. One shaving foam. And there's nothing for you, I think.
No, let me, mate. No.
Benjamin. No, you're right, mate. I'll get this now. Usual, Max?
Yes, please.
Good on you.
Thanks.
Jeez, it's quick and the dead round here.
So, have you been in organised crime for long, Ben?
Yeah, a while. Being in the job sort of runs in the family. My granddad was with homicide.
Oh, yeah? Your dad too?
Yeah. And the old man, he played in the brass band.
Oh, really?
Yep, taught me when I was a little tacker. Every Sunday, me and my old man on the
police show
trombone,
band.
my 3 brothers on the horn and mum on the timbal. Psh, pa, Christian soldiers.
Oh, that's the Sally Army.
You betcha. My family was like a full platoon just on its own.
Should have got 10 years for what you did.
I'll have a bottle of your best wine. Thanks, Chris. Detective Asham.
Anthony Hood.
Welcome home.
See you later. See you later.
Not a worry in the world, Mickey.
Thanks, boss. I think I'm going to hit the sack too, because I have to get to the hospital by...
All right, I'll just finish this and come with you.
See you, mate.
No, Max, I'm going to go for a walk first. Bye.
See ya. Bye then.
Oh, Dash, I'll be home soon. Night, Chris.
Good night, Dash. Gee, we better keep our fingers crossed for her, eh?
So, what was Goddard doing?
Oh, nothing really. He was just sitting there staring, but it looked quite odd, you know.
Well, I could go and have a drink.
Me too.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I appreciate that.
Hey, Ben, thank you for not asking Dash about it.
Hey, that's fine. White wine and an ale, right?
Yep.
Thanks very much, mate. You know, he's a good bloke. He's a good copper, old Ben.
So unfair, isn't it? She's just a kid.
So how long until Dash gets her results?
24 hours, I guess. Mount Thomas Police, Sergeant Schultz speaking.
Waiting's the worst bit.
All right, what's your address? Oh, yeah? All right, we'll be there as soon as we can. Oh, mate, someone's not very happy with the return of the prodigal son. Come on.
We just took your bloody time.
Yeah, we got here as quick as we could.
Yeah, right. Mum, Gary and Stevie are all inside scared out of their wits. The bastard chucked a rock through the window. We've had phone calls as well. And listen, if you lot don't do something about him, I bloody well will, all right?
That is,
I was just sitting in the chair and then there was a bang. I told Tom Croydon this was going to happen.
Well, what about you, Mrs. Hood? Are you all right? Do you want to go to the hospital or anything?
Oh, Anthony, will you go and shut the dog up? The neighbours will be complaining next.
As I said, I'll look around outside.
Oh, that'd be great, thanks.
About these phone calls, Mrs. Hood.
Most of the time they just hang up. This time they said that they knew what scum my son was and to tell him to piss off out of Mount Thomas.
So it was definitely a man's voice, was it?
Yeah, I know who it is.
So you're saying you know who it is or you suspect who it is?
It's John Goddard.
You're going to sign a statement saying it was John Goddard's voice, are you?
He disguised it, but it was him.
Mrs. Hood, he's a very decent man, John Goddard, and that business with the robbery was 2 years ago.
His wife was killed just 6 months ago.
As I said to you, Mrs. Hood, he's a decent man. I don't think he'd blame Anthony, would he?
Oh, no.
You all right?
She's fine.
Anthony, you said if we don't do anything about him, you will. Were you talking about John Goddard?
What's the point?
The point is, we can't do anything to stop whoever it is if you don't give us some cooperation.
It's him. He's been waiting all this time for Tony to get out of jail. You say he's decent. I say he's really dangerous.
What do you reckon, Anthony?
I don't know.
Mate, I've got better things to do than play with people like you. I want to go home. You gonna give me a name, boy?
Darren Dawson.
Oh, he's a mate of yours.
Shut up, Gary.
Hello? Hello? They've hung up.
Darren Dawson, eh?
Listen, fellas, I told you all I know about the gun, honest. I just can't help you, all right?
No, you told us that you and Anthony Hood were mates.
Oh, did I say that?
You were mates at school, right?
Yeah, I guess.
And then after you left school, you were good mates then, from what I hear around town?
Maybe.
Inseparable, I heard. And what about Thursday afternoon, 2 p.m, January 25th, 2 years ago? Were you mates then?
What's he talking about?
Do you remember what happened that day, Darren?
No.
Anthony Hood walked into the Goddard real estate agency and put a gun to the head of the lady who was working there, and he told her to hand over the rental money. Now, the getaway car was waiting outside in the street. Who was driving it?
I told you. I don't know anything about any of that.
Mates falling out over the money. Is that it?
What?
Well, there must be a reason for Anthony getting threatening phone calls and rocks chucked through his window.
I don't know about any of that.
We heard you do, mate.
Yeah?
Hmm.
Who'll ever told you that's a lying mongrel, Mr. Hasham?
So why won't Hood make a statement?
Well, he clammed up once he'd given up Dawson's name.
It's odd. After 2 years inside, you just don't give names.
Maybe there's more to it. Thieves falling out?
If Darren chucked the rock and made the phone call, why hasn't Hood fronted him?
He would have done once.
Well, they were friends up until 2 years ago, and now Hood dobs his mate in for last night's trouble.
Doesn't necessarily mean he's right about who the troublemaker was.
Well, Hood brought this on himself when he did the robbery, let's face it.
Look, no matter what our personal feelings, we will do our job.
Senior Sergeant, either that police weapon was used by the pair of them to hold up the Goddard Estate Agency, or Dawson did buy it in the pub. If so, why? Well, possibly to protect himself from Tony Hood or to fix him. But either way, Darren Dawson is the hot lead.
There are two issues here. One is your police weapon. The other is protecting Anthony Hood. And right at the moment, that is my #1 priority.
Mr. Goddard, after the hold-up, your wife Sharon suffered some emotional problems, is that right?
Yes, she had a nervous breakdown.
And there was an accident about 5 or 6 months ago.
Sharon died when a car ran off the road and hit a bridge, yeah.
So you'd have good reason to hate Anthony Hood, wouldn't you?
No doubt about it.
Can I ask you where you were last night about 7:30?
At home.
And before that, you were at the Imperial. You see, you were seen in the car park about 7 o'clock.
Ah, well, I was about to get out of the car and go in when I saw Hood. That upset me, so I simply drove home instead.
Mr. Goddard, on the day of the hold-up, did you see the gun?
No, I didn't see the gun. Sharon was in here on her own.
Did she mention anything to you about the gun?
She gave you a statement.
Did she mention anything to you which might not be in a statement?
She, said he, held the gun to her head here. And when she looked in his eyes, she thought he was going to kill her. And when I came back in, she was sitting in this chair here. She was alone. She didn't move. She didn't speak. She was just shivering with fear. That's all in the past. I've already told Tom Croydon.
Well, Mr. Goddard says he was home. I checked and he received 3 phone calls from clients.
He still could have ducked out to make the call to Gay Hoods and throw the rock.
Thank you.
Boss, Anthony has made a lot of enemies. It could have been anyone who made the call.
Yeah. This statement you took from Sharon Goddard 2 years ago, the gun was big. That's all she remembers. Mate, that's all any victim remembers. A gun's always big. It might be my gun, might not be.
Well, what do you do?
Boss, Dash has had the biopsy. She's staying in overnight.
Well, that's not a bad sign, is it? I mean, they wouldn't know anything yet, surely.
Oh, she expected they'd keep her in.
Well, that's good. Well, I hope it's good.
So, no progress?
Some. Yeah, I spotted a nice little place for rent.
You think you're moving out here, mate?
Life in the country might suit me, I reckon.
What, you got kids?
Yeah, they live with their mum. Holidays in the country, they'd love it.
Hey, did anyone see the interview with Sharon Goddard on TV after the hold-up?
What, local TV?
Yeah. The interviewer had the sensitivity of a barracuda who was throwing Sharon a lot of questions. Maybe she gave some answers that weren't in the statement.
Leave no stone unturned. You never know who might be under it.
Thanks, John. Now, we can organise to deliver this back to you, or if you'd rather wait, we can organise you a cuppa.
I'd like to watch the tape.
Yeah, it's fine by me.
Go on through.
Take a seat, please, Mr. Goddard.
I was just sitting here at my desk, and he burst in.
The man who menaced you with the gun wore some sort of a mask, I believe.
Yes, a black balaclava, the eyes cut out.
He demanded money?
Yes, we had rental money here.
Did he threaten you?
Yes. He said, if you don't give me the money, I'll blow your brains all over the wall.
And you were sure he was ready to carry out this threat?
I'm sorry.
Thanks for coming in, John.
I wish I could have been more of a help.
Well, we're following a certain line of inquiry, Mr. Goddard, so everything is a help, so thanks very much for that.
Doesn't do anything for your inquiries, Detective.
Yeah, it's all right. I've got plenty of time and patience.
Sir, I'm sure that was very difficult for you to have to watch that again. Thank you.
I don't find it difficult to watch Senior Constable Doyle, but then you couldn't understand if you don't know what love is.
Yeah, as I said, John, I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Tom.
If we don't know what love is, Oh, hold your horses. We thought one
no,
at a
Maggie,
time.
I said I wanted a party. Oh, you damn!
Just because I just passed your mum and Evie in the hallway.
No, I don't want that kind of party, Maggie. I love them. I like them.
We'll have one.
No, I can't because I'm nil orally.
You what?
I'm nil orally.
Oh.
So what's been happening?
Well, you know, just the usual at your local cop shop. What's been happening here?
Well, they did the biopsy, and now they've just forgotten all about me. So I'm going to have a holiday.
Well, when are they going to get off their bums?
I don't know. I think I'm way down on the list because everyone in here looks so much sicker than me.
Oh, I think I heard tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah.
But, you should come back to work because there is a very attractive detective sergeant called Ben Stewart who you may want to get to know because he's just your type.
Ooh, what about your type? Maggie, we've got to find you a man. Now, come on. If you like him, you have him. You need him.
I need him. I don't want him.
Okay, then I'll have him.
You're mad.
You think I'm mad now? You wait till I get out of here.
Hey, Ninny.
I heard the dog, he was barking.
Hey, have a look at this.
All right.
Look what he's done.
One at a time,
And then-
one at a time.
Then I came out here and there were flames, and the smell of petrol, and the dog was howling.
He tossed a Molotov cocktail over the fence to set fire to my bloody dog.
Why would he want to do that?
Well, he gets her out of the way and he gets an open go at me, doesn't he?
Oh, listen, hang on. Look, if you think that Darren Dawson is behind... Shut up for a second. Now, if you think that Darren Dawson is behind this, you make a statement, then we can help you.
Look, who knows who it is anymore? I walk down the street and people turn their backs on me. Tony is really sorry for what he did. He was 2 years in prison. Why can't you stop this? Why can't you find out who's doing this? This is my family. You've got to help us. Nobody else will. Nobody else.
That's, Maggie's a pretty good sort.
Really?
I actually thought you and she might be, you know, the antennas were picking up signals.
What? Me and Maggie? No. No.
Great. There's our man.
Anyway, I've heard that she sees some guy from St David's.
You know?
Hey, Aaron. Been for a drive, have you?
No, Detective Hassan, here working on the bitch. Had a problem with Carby.
Must be why we smell petrol around here, eh?
It's beautiful, eh?
Mate, it's gorgeous. Now, have you been to the town the last hour, mate?
No, Detective Hassan.
Oh. So you won't mind if we take a sample of some of this fuel you've got lying around here, dear?
Why would you want to do that?
I want to ask you as a friend to stop this harassment.
John, we're investigating a serious matter concerning Anthony Hood, and we're questioning more than one person.
They're wanting to take clothes from my home.
Only for scientific investigation and only with your consent.
And I'm a suspect.
John, we are talking to more than one person.
Tom, I'm not a thug. I'm a law-abiding member of this community.
Mr. Goddard, we're not making any accusations here. We're merely carrying out an investigation into the attack at Tony Hood's house.
A petrol bomb, that's what people are saying. Do you think I'd do that?
I'd be grateful if you would cooperate, John, please.
Dawson, I could have...
What do you
You
want
could
about?
have killed Mum, Gaz, or Stevie, you scumbag. Right, now listen to me. Shut up. Mum's sick, okay? She's sick and she needs me to look after
all right,
things.
Anthony, all right.
You come near us again, I'll smash your
break it
freaking
up.
head in.
Listen, that'll do.
What are you lot doing? Sweet nothing. You ought to put him inside. Put him where I was for 2 years. It wouldn't last 2 seconds, Dawson.
Oh, yeah? 2 years inside stuffed, you, mate.
Cooper.
You're nothing.
Come on.
You just keep him away from my family.
All right, you make
Huh?
a statement.
Just keep
You
him
make
away
it official,
from my family.
We can do something about it.
Yeah.
Just watch yourself, all right?
They ought to put him inside for 2 years. You sure that's what was said?
More or less, yeah.
It sounds as if he thinks Dawson earned the same sentence he was given.
All the money from the robbery was found at Tony's house from a tip-off from his cellmate, so if Dawson was the getaway driver, he never got paid.
Good reason for him to hate Hood, yeah?
Yeah, and Hood was nabbed after an anonymous tip-off 3 days after the hold-up.
Thieves falling out all along, told you, Mags.
Hang on, mate. You said the quietest bloke you ever knew shot 2 people.
How'd you go?
Well, nothing. Oh, I've got some clothes for forensic to sniff over.
Any idea what sort of fuel was used in the bomb yet?
Straight petrol for sure, boss.
I wouldn't be surprised if we found a trace of some performance-enhancing additive, boss. I mean, that's one hot vehicle that Dawson's turning around in.
Yeah, all right, my office. Doyle, PJ.
Bloke's got to watch yourself around here, man.
Oh, come on, you like each other.
So it's quite possible that Dawson did buy the gun to get Hood, but we nipped that in the bud, so he's left to make idle threats. He gets sick of that and decides to put the threats into action.
Well, Kay Hood reckons it was Goddard that made the phone call and threw the rock.
I can't see Goddard as being the sort of bloke who'd even know how to make a petrol bomb.
No, but...
Look, my suggestion is you go back over all the old statements again, crime scene photos as well. Talk to Dawson again and Hood. Really put the pressure on.
Well, I thought you were worried about Goddard.
I thought you two were into the old thieves falling out theory.
No, that was him.
Look, I just remember a case a few years ago. A bloke waited 20 years for his partner in crime to get out.
Yes, and I once worked on a case where the father of a kid killed in a hit and run blew the culprit to bits.
We're going to pull the plug and go and see Dash.
Yeah, all right, give her our best wishes.
Oh, Adam, she's on a bit of a high, but she's scared.
Yep, no problem.
So do you two think you can stop reliving your past exploits long enough to put my suggestion into practice? Investigate the case?
They were grapes.
Sorry.
Charlie left them there before.
Oh, well, they're wine now.
Mm.
Chateau Cooper.
You know the best vineyards trample them with their feet, not their buns.
How you feeling?
Bit like when I was a kid and I had the measles. Mum always used to keep the blinds down and you could always hear the kids playing outside and knew that they were having lots of fun. Feel like that, you know.
I'm going to call it a day. Let me know if anything develops.
Yeah,
See you later.
All right, I'm out of here too. Ben?
See ya.
Patrick.
It's impossible. What?
I'm with somebody at St David's, you reckon?
Oh, yes. Apparently she's seen one of the braid there.
Still, if I'm not treading on anyone's toes around here, I might ask her out.
Not go out with old Max.
Yeah, my chance. What do you reckon?
Got a statement here, mate. You want to take a squiz? It's from a Rose
What's you got?
Franklin. Now she saw a white Ford driving at high speed. Two-man balaclava type mask. Get this, right? Something swinging across the windscreen as they pass me.
Some sort of thingamy. Dangling from the rear-view mirror. It was yellow or gold in colour, shaped like a gold nugget.
All right, take a squeeze of this, right? This photograph was taken at the old quarry where the car was recovered.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have a good look. Now, do you see a gold nugget dangling from the rear-view mirror?
Nope.
Well, I'll tell you where I have seen one.
Oh, hello. Did you find that extra pillow?
Darren Dawson.
He's not at the rat hole he calls home.
Not at the commercial or the railway.
Thought he might be here.
I think he's in the toilet. Why, what's happened?
Mention it a word, that's all, mate.
Is this about the attack on Kay Hood's place? You know, that was a rotten, cowardly thing to do, especially when you know about Kay. You know she's dying, don't you?
Oh, Darren, get on, man. We'd like to take you down to the station for some questions. PJ! Oi! Oi! Mine. Hey, settle it down, you mug. Cuff. Cuff him. You cuff him. So where were you? You've been down there forever, mate. Oh, you're priceless.
The welcome stranger, eh? Hanging on the rearview mirror when you dumped the getaway car 2 years ago and you thought that you'd snaffle it for yourself, eh?
Lucky charm, Darren.
Well, I wasn't lucky back then.
I'm not saying anything.
Why are you protecting him, eh? He robbed Sharon Goddard, then he went and robbed you.
Anthony Hood is now prepared to make a statement implicating you in the robbery of the Goddard real estate agency.
Yeah, that'll be right. He's the lousiest scum in Mount Thomas. He pulled $2.5 grand and I never saw one lousy cent of it. He deserves everything he gets.
All right. Now, did you throw the petrol bomb over Anthony Hood's back fence?
Fry the bloody dog, I hoped.
And what about the police revolver?
I told you, I bought it at the commercial hotel.
For what use?
To get him before he got me.
Did you make the phone threat?
I didn't make that.
Oh, excuse me, Senior Sergeant. Mrs. Hood and her son are here.
Good morning. Come on in. Well, Senior Constable, any word on McKinley?
No, not as yet.
You wanted to see me?
Senior Sergeant, you've heard that I'm sick.
Yes, I have. I'm dreadfully sorry.
I've got 3 children. I've got Stevie, who's 10, Gary's 13, and Anthony,
Yes.
who's come home to take care of his younger brothers.
Is that right, Anthony?
You may not believe in him, Senior Sergeant, but I do. I've come to ask for your help.
I'm asking too.
Yes?
I need work. Any work, I don't care what.
He wants to prove to you that he's not going to get into trouble again.
How are you going to do that, Anthony? What's this?
It's what he used to hold up Sharon Goddard 2 years ago.
It's been buried in my backyard.
This is a toy. It's plastic. Yes, you do. Hayley's gone down to stay with her uncle in Wagga.
Oh, for God's sake, he's not an uncle. You're supposed to be a cop.
Isn't he?
Hayley's a bar girl, not a dog's body.
Yeah, but you're going to need some help for a while anyway, aren't you? I mean, he could do stuff like this for you.
No, I will not, and I'm not a charity. And anyway, half the people I speak to reckon he ought to be run out of town, which means that if he's working here, they won't be drinking here.
The justice system says that he's paid for what he's done.
Justice?
Yes.
Tom, Sharon Goddard was one of the nicest women you could ever hope to meet.
I know.
And one morning she woke up, went to work, just like I'm working here
I
today,
know
expecting it to be an absolutely ordinary day. What Anthony Hood put her through meant that she could never face life ever again.
Listen, I'm not defending you.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
You are, and you know what I reckon? What this world needs is some bloody justice for the victims.
Well, what about Kay Hood? I mean, she's a decent woman too. Does she deserve what's happening to her?
So it's true then, you've charged his best mate.
Darren Dawson has admitted involvement in the robbery here 2 years ago. He's also admitted to throwing the petrol bomb into Kay Hood's backyard.
So he'll go to jail?
More than likely, yes.
And how long before he'll be out?
Oh, come on, John, I don't know that.
I suppose the courts will take everything into account, won't they, Tom? Consider all the facts. And he'll be back in Mount Thomas quicker than Anthony Hood.
Possibly, yes.
Well, thanks for coming and telling me, Tom.
You know, John, Dawson hasn't admitted to making the threatening phone call. It wasn't you, was it?
I've already answered that question.
Look, he could have made that call. He could have ducked out to a public phone box.
Well, let's hope he got off his chest and that's the end of it.
It's all in the past, something he's very fond of saying.
OK, I'm going to grab some lunch. Coming, Benno? Your shout.
All right, read on, Pat.
Mount Thomas Police Sergeant Schultz speaking. Oh, do I recognise that voice, madam? I think I do.
Who is it?
Where is it you'd like to be conveyed to, madam? It's McKinley. She wants one of us to go down there and pick her up for a family this afternoon.
I'll do it.
Now, where was it again, madam?
Hospital's going to get dashed.
Well, I'm afraid that's anatomically impossible.
How is she?
Mate, listen for yourself.
Hey, Dash.
Still waiting on the steak singers, Jeannie?
What's Anthony doing here?
Oh, I just gave him a couple of hours at lunchtime. Don't talk to me about it.
Well, mate, as much as I've enjoyed working with you,
Yeah, likewise.
since you haven't got any more leads on Darren Dawson's gun, I suppose you'll be going back to town.
You might be right.
John?
Chris?
Why is it I don't like the two of them being in here together? Oh, I'm so stuffed.
Oh, bet you that's a McKinley. Hello? Mrs. Mack? Good. Yeah, she's just having a bit of a rest. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm sure she will when she gets up. Okay. Talk to you then. Bye.
Thanks, Maggie. Oh, look, it's all right. I'll do all that. Why don't you go back to work and catch some crooks? Yeah.
A reformed character.
Sorry?
It's amazing what miracles they can perform in prisons these days.
Yeah. Milk?
Thanks, Chris.
So, Anthony, all finished?
Yep.
Did you get your money?
Yeah.
So we'll see you tomorrow then, eh?
Do you want me here?
Should be all right, yeah.
Thanks. Yes, sir? No, nothing. Not yet. But, well, if you can see your way clear to give me another week. Yeah, I think I can, yeah. OK, thank you, sir. Permission from my boss to keep after whoever sold Dawson that gun.
Excellent. Nice having you around.
Good to be here. Yep, no problem. PJ?
Yep.
Chris on the phone for you.
Chrissy, how are you? Oh, yeah? Well, you sure he went after Hood? Yeah, OK, yeah, we'll check it out. Thanks for that.
What was that about?
Well, apparently John Goddard followed Anthony Hood out of the Imperial about 10 minutes ago.
Followed or left at the same time?
Chris was concerned. I think I'm going to take a drive out to the Hoods just to be on the safe side.
Low degree of concern, I'd say.
Yeah, righto. All right, you coming, Benno?
Yep, sure. Could that be Goddard's gun?
Dunno. You get on the blow and take a look.
Mount Thomas 509 to VKC. Set of usuals, please, on Jaguar Bravo Romeo Quebec 744. Over.
509, VKC, stand by.
John! Don't shoot, John! Don't!
We have a hostage situation in there. 509 to VKC. We may have a hostage situation. We're moving in.
Receive that, 509.
Put it down, John!
Police, don't move.
Stop him! Stop him!
All right, John. Now, John, put the rifle down. Put it down now.
He killed my wife.
No, I didn't.
That drove her out of her mind. She died because of him.
No, he didn't. He didn't mean to do it.
It was a toy gun. It was a toy.
She didn't know that.
John, listen to me. Now, I don't want to have to shoot you, mate, but I will if I have to. So put the gun down now.
Please, John. Please.
Mr. Goddard, please don't.
Please don't. Do old people beaten for their pensions cry, please don't? Kids shot at service stations for working for a few extra dollars cry, please don't? Did my wife with your toy gun at her head, did she cry, please don't? Cowardly piece of garbage, you nothing. Don't!
Please, John.
John, with a gun in your hand, mate, you are no different to them. Is that what Sharon would want? Hey? Come on, mate. Put down the gun. Put it down.
It's okay. Well, let's hope that's an end of it.
I'd just like to say thank you for all that you've done for us.
Good luck.
Thanks.
And take care.
Mr. Goddard, a copy of the taped interview.
Oh, thank you.
Would you like to come to my place?
You're going to lock me up?
Well, these are very serious charges, sir. I mean, you cannot take the law into your own hands. I'm sorry.
I'm sure that the courts will treat me with the same leniency they've treated Anthony Hood.
I wouldn't be too sure of that, Mr. Goddard.
Good people have to do something.
Well, violence will not solve anything, sir.
Mr. Goddard, the Victims
sir.
Referral and Assistance Centre are great help. Give them a call. You're not alone, OK?
We are alone in wanting justice.
No, sir, there are plenty of others who want justice too. Please come this way.
Now, a word, Pat.
Yes, now, you know that Ben's sticking around.
Just for another week.
Yeah, well, a week's all he needs,
To
apparently.
find the other gun?
That's it.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Look, I'll say no, only because Dash might need me.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, that's good. Tomorrow.
You know, there is a coincidence, because your mate Ben has asked me out too.
Cheeky sod.
But don't worry, I didn't say yes.
How did he take it, then you?
Take what?
Well, you said no.
Oh, I didn't say no either.
Hi, Maggie and Dash can't be here to take your call right now, so please leave a message after the beeps. This is Dr. Stone's rooms. We have some test results for Dash McKinley. If you could please phone
Hang
in,
on!
when you get this.
Hang on, Tex, sorry. Hello? Hi. Hi. The doc phone. Believe it or not. Know what I thought? Until now. I thought that I was the luckiest girl in the world.